in Virginia. I am at home. Was at the shop earlier. We are going to be at an exhibition tomorrow, actually our local Asian festival, which I used to be very involved in. But nowadays we are just we're selling swords. So we'll be selling swords tomorrow at the Asian festival. That should be fun. In the meantime, I'm unboxing. I guess got this from China today. I have no idea what it was. So we're going to take a quick look at it and see. Might be something interesting. I actually don't know who sent it, though I will find out as soon as I open it. And so we will see. I'm trying to decide if I should just bust it all open and make a styrofoam mess in the room, which is always fun to deal with later. Ugh. Okay. All right. Okay, so here we go, the first one. And I already have an idea based upon how it's wrapped as to where it's from. But I will confirm this when I do open it. Yep, making a styrofoam mess in the room. Let's see. Okay. Make sure I put the box cutter away, or rather stash the blade. Let's see what is in here. I already know, I'm pretty sure I know who it's from. Hey Kratos, hey Animation Studios, hey Joe Story, hey Ronan Dollar, hey fellow, where do you get your swords? Well, we sell them from RVA Katana.com. Okay, so check that out. Oop, let me turn on the bright light, I forgot to do that. Ooh, bright lights. So this is the Magma style Saya. And it is an Unokubi blade. I believe it is. This is a folded steel Unokubi blade. So this is from Legacy Blades. Check out the bohi there. And these Unokubi blades tend to be super nimble, so kind of fun. It has a lot of the family crests and family names on them. Hello, Alfu Pao. Hello, Selfer Irwin. And actually, I think all of the swords are pretty much the same, but I could be wrong about that. But I'm trying to avoid making them. You know what? Who cares? We'll make a mess. That is the one thing about Legacy Blades is that they never wrap their the individual boxes. And on the one hand, it makes it easier to unwrap later, but at the same time, it makes it a pain in the butt as well. So anyway, that is a Legacy Blades Unokubi. Let's see the redeeming light. I don't have it here. It's at the shop. Favorite sword behind me is an antique 700-year-old sword back there. Picked up my Black Lotus today. Oh yeah, Ice Bear. Awesome. I saw that you got that Ice Bear. I'm gonna call you Chill Bear, just because that's what I called you when you came in the other day. So yeah. Do you guys have decoration and usable katana as well? Most of what we have is functional usable katana. I thought they were guns. No, they're not guns. Looking forward to seeing my coach unbox his Legacy Blades Reaper. Yeah, that order is in. This is from Legacy Blades, and they sent me this pack of 3. And I had him add. We're getting some new Reapers, and so I had him add to the order. Oh gosh, my allergies are freaking killing me. Let's see. I think I'm not going to open this all the way, or rather, I'm not going to separate the boxes. I'm just going to keep them this way, so that way I can keep them together a little bit. Makes life a little easier. By the way, if you are on TikTok, then follow Ronan Downriver. He is pretty amazing at his cutting. Excuse me. Woo. All right. Yeah, this is why I usually unbox the shop, so I don't have to deal with all the styrofoam and tape mess. Oh man, nose is acting up like heck. Yes, these are functional swords. Do you guys get your katana from Japan? We do get some from Japan. All of these here, well, these are my personal ones. These are from Japan. But I have some on here that I'm getting ready to take pictures of and put on our website, and they are antiques from Japan, anywhere from 500 to 700 years old. Check out that tsuba. And this one's the kiriha style. So this is called kiriha. This type of tip is called kiriha. Is bro at war or something? Why? So are you saying it's because the handles are to the left or to the right? They're to the left. It might be because we're mirrored here. See how my RVA Katana is backwards? So we are mirrored. So there we are. Yes, and we're in the U.S. So we're in Virginia. So yes, we do ship anywhere in the U.S. and to other places as well. Go to our website, rvakatana.com, to see our selections. So let's see. So that's katana number 2 with the kiriha style tip. I'm a big fan of kiriha. I like things that are a little bit different. So, and I'm off screen over here. I gotta be sure not to step on that sword over there. And one more. Styrofoam. If you cut them inside the seams well, the styrofoam won't make such a mess. But I didn't necessarily do a good job of that. All right, and the last one. I do believe these are all on the longer side too, but let's see. Okay, let's see what's in here. And this is a pretty plain Jane. Oh, it has like an interesting dragon motif on the tuba, an iron tuba. And oh, check that out. It's a black blade with a kogurasa style, and check it out. It's actually clay tempered on both sides. You can see it because this one, usually when they treat black blades, there's differentially hardened blades in black, then the hamon will turn red. I've been 14 vaping 3 years. Okay. So that's pretty cool. I do like different shaped swords, and this is a kogurasa. Kogurasa is one of my favorite style swords. In fact, we got a tachi the other day. Let me show you the kogurasa tachi. Let me just get this out of the way and hopefully not step all over through the styrofoam. Oh man, my nose is killing me. Let's see. Cry baby. Oh, whatever, man. What do you call a knee that's expanding? Oh. Probably some sort of tendonitis, I guess. Yep, we're gonna have to vacuum in here afterwards. Okay, gonna move the styrofoam to the corner here, get it out of the way. So that's what we're unboxing. And so we got this kogurasa as well yesterday. We unboxed this one yesterday. This is a tachi. And so you can see it has like Oda Nobunaga's crest. It has really pretty fittings. It has like one of my favorite, the cherry fittings. And check that out. Check out the hamon line. Hey, Waffles. Check out the triangle bohi here. It has a triangle bohi termination. And then this is a kogurasa. So I'm a big fan of these. I know you ordered these from China from the low. Yeah, sure, whatever. Looks a little smaller than your collection. Awesome. Try mullein leaf? Oh, it looks like people are talking about getting over smoking here. I highly support your endeavors. Good luck. This is another one that came in. I really like this tuba, this kind of diamond-shaped tuba. So this came in yesterday. I see you do claymore. Any chance you have access to a local bar? No, we do not. Check out the hamon on this one. John, you're awesome showing off your sword, everyone. These are all just for the shop. So check out the hamon. They really did a good job of the polish to bring that out. Anyone breaks into your apartment, we'd get into more. What's the price range for those? These are more expensive. These are in the $600 range. The ones I was showing earlier were like sub 300, but these are just like, check out, this has a hand painted saya. And we know it's hand painted because we got two just like it, but they were not exactly the same. What are the difference between a katana and an odachi? Length and width. Though actually, the width is not necessarily, bit different, but the length. Let me show you. This is an odachi here. This is made by Cloudhammer. You can see this is like super long. For context, I'm 6 feet tall. And so here is you can see the folds in the steel. Sword and knife have different meanings. Your sharpest sword near you, I have no idea. Almost past math, awesome. Finally got some YouTube live content, awesome. Yes, RVA Katana Kratos just posted our website. I need a 59 or more on my final or I'm going to fail. Well, Brendan, you better work hard. You know, we get angry when our kids don't do well in school. So this one also has the same fittings, only this one is gold and silver instead of being silver. But this is a very large odachi. Here's actually, this odachi is 650 years old. And when we say 650, we're not talking about the wooden scabbard, but the blade itself. This one is a signed blade and has been evaluated by Tanabe Sensei Michiro, who is like sort of the foremost expert in Japanese swords. And he said that he believed, well, if you look at the size of it and the size of the tip, this is an Enbun Joji style sword. So this was come from the Nambokucho period. Sword with no tsuba is called aikuchi. How advanced was metallurgy at the latest time when these kinds of swords were last used in force of war? Sage, in terms of Japanese swords, the metallurgy had not gone very far for Japanese swords. Like a Tamahagane sword is not going to be as strong as a modern day sword. Do you slice stuff up? Yeah. If you check out it, we're oftentimes live and we do live cutting. So yes, we do. Your most beautiful sword, I think that is relative. No Hattori Hanzo swords. Something about ancient times. Generals wear swords, kings wear swords. Yeah. Do you have bamboo chokuto? I don't have it here, but we have it in the shop. Let's see. Well, this is a chokuto though. This is a 400-year-old chokuto. Straight sword. This is a dotonuki. Right there. It's a big buff blade. So World War II swords would have been similar to what were used. No. So World War II swords are a little bit different because there are several different kinds. The World War II gunto, some of them were modern made with modern steel. In fact, some were made of like actually a very functional stainless steel that we can't replicate now. That was very advanced that the Navy used. And then sometimes you had the military swords that used family blades inside of them. 兼代表着望着七夕. Okay. What's harder for a sword to cut, bamboo or mats? Different. It really depends on the kind of blade. Like a razor sharp blade is going to handle mats better. A more heavy blade will handle bamboo better. So. Have you ever heard of the Irish Club? No. Every sword lover, yep, thank you. Do you sell tanto? Yes, we do. Go to our website, rvakatana.com, and check out our tanto collection. We have quite a few tanto. If you're looking for your first sword, this belongs to Heaven and Earth, aka Dragon Spring. If you go to our website, this sword we're currently selling for $75. It is a functional sword we have cut with it. I just actually got a brand new one, so it still has the condom on it. But we're selling this one as a 1060 steel sword, and for $75. The only downside of it is that the wrap is not super tight. Like if you look at like a practitioner grade sword, you won't like one that you'll use on a regular basis. These won't budge. But for this one, this is once again a low cost sword. So the way to solve that is to use lacquer to lacquer it down, and it'll be pretty solid. So definitely a very usable good sword. Was the curve on the Japanese sword actually an accident from heat treatment? Debatable. Have you seen a Muramasa sword before? I have not. Can you show the one behind me? Which one? There are a lot of them behind me. So once again, this is a 75. This is called the Black and Tan Samurai, by the way. Go to our website, rvakatana.com. $75 sword, Black and Tan Samurai. It's a pretty nice sword. What would you recommend in the $350 to $500 range? Mark P. Go to our website and look up the Reaper, R-E-A-P-E-R, the Reaper. It is an amazing cutter for $500. For $300, also the Dragon King swords or Cloudhammer, the Cloudhammer swords are all in the $300-some range. They're all excellent swords. Musashi sword, not actually owned by Musashi, no. The best sword, in my opinion, it's hard to say. Does it come with a free Guinness, right? It's black and tan. I see what you did there. Sword comes with condoms. I wouldn't use them. So yeah, no, it's more about the sheath, the sleeve over the blade to keep it from rusting. So yeah, once again, this is the Black and Tan Samurai on our website. It is rvakatana.com. $75 for this one. Yeah, this one is 75. This is our least expensive swords. Then we go up to like 100, 150, several $200 swords, and then we have a lot of swords in the like the $500+ range. I like the Legacy Blades Osaraku Honsamai Wakasashi, but do they come with the? I can't read that. Sorry. How do you keep a blade in good condition? You basically wipe it down anytime you touch it. You make sure it's oiled, and usually they'll stay in good condition. Let me show you this one. This is actually we're rating this one for the saya. What happened is that we sent a sword to a customer, and the saya smashed, so we have to send him a new saya. So I'm gonna have a bare blade in here for a while, which is not one of my favorite things to do, but it's still doable. We call this the nagwak because the blade looks like a naginata blade. And so check out the base of this. Oh, still got the condom on. Let's take the condom off. And check out the shape of this blade. We've cut with this shaped blade a lot. It's a lot of fun to cut with. It is a T10 clay tempered sword as well. What sword would you recommend to fight my 700-pound mother-in-law? I wouldn't recommend a sword. Dragon on blade kind of looks tacky. Okay, whatever, man. What kind of oil would you use for a blade? I use choju oil, but you can use any kind of sword oil. Someone wrote something in Korean I don't understand. What kind of oils people use in Japan for their swords? It's called choji oil, and we still use it. So here it is, the nagwak. And this scabbard saya is going to Tim Seaton. I don't know if he's on or not, but that is going to Tim Seaton. So Hitokiri Bato saya is a great sword, Ice Bear. We do have Emma. I don't have it here. It's at the shop. I'm actually going to put this sword will go on the rack for now until. Let's see. Always be careful that when I have a sharp blade on it. I should put the blade condom back on too, so it doesn't rust while it's sitting here. We're waiting for a new scabbard for it, and it'll probably be discounted too because since it's been sitting. If this is the wrong, is this the wrong condom? All right. Oh, this is the right one, but be very careful when you do this. Yeah, this is the right one. Okay. Yep. Yes, we do have the sakabato. I like to see a katana behind you, which is like on the floor. This is a tachi. The fittings are from the Edo period. It is very stunning, in my opinion. It's very large. This is just the fittings of it. This has a wood blade to it. But let's see. We do have Viking and medieval swords in the shop, but not here. What's the average price for one of these bad boys? We start at $75 and go up into the thousands. What is a sagyo? Sagyo is the kind of wrapping around it here. Can I get a shout out so I can start streaming? Sure, Tanner. RD Percy, hey, how are you doing? Legacy Reaper with Scorpion green color is outstanding. Yes, Rich G, I think it's a really pretty sword. I oiled my modern katana and the blade cut through the microfiber cloth. Oh, wow. That's pretty intense. So that last sword I was showing, let me put this to the side. That last fittings I was showing, actually this sword goes into it. This is a 600-year-old sword from the Naminohira family. It is a tachi. Pretty good shape. Love the curvature. This is a very classic curve to it. I'm a big fan of tachi. Tachi, the cavalry sabers that were used during the prior to the Moromachi period. Let's see. Have you shown the Nagamaki yet? I have not. What angle makes a sword the sharpest? That varies. The more narrow the angle, the sharper it'll be, but also the more likely you are to get edge damage. Rarest sword. The one rarest here, I have a long Nagamaki. Can you show the sword fourth from the top on the rack? This one is a two-handed jian. Chinese sword. It is very large. Check out the details in the brass. And it is a very large blade. It's very hard to hold one-handed because it's so big. It is a Damascus sword. You can see the patterns in the steel. Once again, go to our website, rvakatana.com, and you'll see, actually these will not be on it, but some of these other ones will be. What's the difference between the blades, a 130 and a 230 sword, metallurgy-wise? Usually once you get to 230, you're dealing with better heat treatment, better steels. Got your favorite tanto, John? What is your favorite tanto? I'm not sure. I can't tell from the symbol in your name. After the Meiji Restoration, didn't they remount some of the traditional blades in Western samurai? Yes, they did. Are Chinese swords usually straight? No, actually, a lot of Chinese swords are curved as well. Have you ever used a sword in real combat? No. Hello, Celtic Knight. Celtic Knight. I was just showing. I haven't shipped your scabbard Celtic Knight, but here it is. I'm going to ship it. Currently not broken. So I will be shipping this on Monday. Sorry for the delay. I kept on forgetting to bring it back. Does a katana cut a katana? No, it doesn't. Do you sell bokken and shinai? We don't sell shinai, but we do have bokken. What is your cheapest good quality sword? Probably the Moritaka Vortex at $200 or the Dragon Spring 65 MN swords. Let's see. Anything else I can show you guys here? I have a bunch of antique swords right down here that I need to take pictures of, and that's I was about to do that after I go off the live stream. And my nose is running like crazy. What's the one called in all wooden case you just put down? It's called a shirasaya. Shirasaya is just a protective saya. I'll show you. This is my favorite sword, but it is a protective saya. This is not a functional fitting. This handle is not very secure. This is more just to keep the blade protected and draw moisture off it. This is my favorite sword. This is a Nagamaki. It's about 700 years old, give or take 50 years. What's the fact about swords you'd like to share with people who don't know a lot about the subject? Yeah, swords don't cut metal. That's one. Number two, Japanese swords, Japanese steel is usually actually not very good quality, but the metallurgy they put into it makes it better. The heat treatment. This one has battle damage to it. You can kind of see the scar on it. Where is the scar? Right there on the spine. So this one has seen battle. Let's see. Can you show the Tegai Tachi, please? Steve, they're all boxed up. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can find it early. I will show it. I can't read. Nope, this is the Mihara Masanobu. Let's see. Yeah, Steve, they're all in boxes right now, and I'm not sure which one is which. But let me see if I can dig it up really quickly for you. Not that one. It is helpful because it is the one with the took bits of holes on paper, so you can tell from the color. Oh, okay. Okay, so Steve, here it is. Here's the Tegai Kanetoshi, the blade. So this is a 650 to 700-year-old sword. Nagamaki, yeah, the one I just showed was a Nagamaki. Show me a katana sword at 200. I don't really have any here. Go to our website, RVA Katana, and then you will see it. Here's the other side. We do deliver worldwide, but it just depends on each country's import laws. Second from the top back rack, yeah. Any ware? Not that I noticed. Nope, I thought that was a ware, but that's actually just wood from the shirasaya. There is something, I need to really, this is not the best light to look at it in, but there is this little shiny spot right there on the mune, right there in the middle. And the boshi is intact. Tiny little guy. Let's see. Free cold. It's not a cold, it's allergies. Let's see. And then the fittings. Oh, Steve, what's really cool about that one, it has what's called a kijimomo, a pheasant thigh, a pheasant leg, what do you call it? Nakago. I'll take it off in a minute so you can see. And this is not coming out of the sword bag. Here are the tachi fittings. So that sword I just showed goes inside these fittings. Or once upon a time it did go in these fittings. What is the longest wakizashi you've seen? What's the next size up? Well, wakizashi technically stop at 24 inches, or 2 shaku. Of course, there's meat behind them too that can also do it. So, but basically, in terms of modern swords, the cloud hammer wakizashi are 60 centimeters or 24 inches. Tegai Kanetoshi, there were 4 generations of it, but in order for it to get Tokubetsu Hozon, it has to be, if it's unsigned, a mume sword, then it has to be at least, what do you call it? Nambokucho, or earlier. This is that one again. Where is my Mekugi popper? Oh, my Mekugi popper is downstairs. So I cannot show, which I will not be able to take pictures until I get, where's my, let's see, do I have another one here? Let me check and see if I have another one hiding around here. Let's see if this pen will do it. Okay. I was able to use a pen, a little pen tip to pop the Mekugi. So what you see here, do you see how it flares out like this? And then, or rather it doesn't flare, it has a sudden drop in it there. This is called a pheasant tip, a pheasant thigh sword. And so a pheasant thigh nakago. And so this is the sort of thing you would see in the Kamakura through the Nambokucho period. You'll see some tachi like this. So this has a different look to it. So this is the Nakago. This one is not a signed sword. Yamato school, this is from the Yamato area. They didn't tend to sign their swords. So I do have a signed one, which is kind of cool. You know what's actually cool about this? So this is my 800-year-old sword. I was just noting actually how similar they are. Like, this is supposed to be a Tegai sword. And you can actually see just how similar they are in terms of the high shinogi line, the hamon line. They're like kind of twins. That's pretty cool. So anyway, this one does not have a pheasant tip though. Shit. Do the papers call it a tachi? No, they called it a katana. Which papers did my Sue Tegai have? Oh, is this? Oh, I just realized that is Chad. Sue Tegai had a typical Hozon paper, if I remember correctly. It was a 29-inch one, if I remember correctly, but it was a Hozon paper, NBTHK. Can you show the second? Oh, sorry about that. I know you asked about that, and I sort of forgot about it. Second from the top. This is a Ming Dynasty style saber. I just love that this is a Damascus, functional Damascus from Cloudhammer. Check out that bohi, or rather the fuller. Do you have katana Shingunto Shogun? Shingunto Shogun, what do you mean by that? You're selling older swords. Is the newer one beside that 200 one? There are new ones. We have both old and new swords, mostly old new swords. Kaiju Slayer, it's at the shop. We only have one left. We had two. What are the top best 3 swordsmiths from Japan historically? I don't know, probably Masamune Muramasa and Kiyomaru, maybe, potentially. I mean, I don't know. Kunishige is supposed to be a really good one. Let's see. Anything else people want to see? Anything we can talk about? Oh, someone was talking about a big wakizashi. This is a cut down wakizashi. This was originally a very large katana, but check out the okisaki on this guy. The kisaki on this one is enormous. This is one of these days I'm going to do some video on it, probably when I'm not feeling as nasty. Is there one brand that stands out over the rest for beginner collectors? For collectors? Any guesses for the next season of Shogun? There's not going to be another season as far as I know. How many? Oldest sword I have is about, at least one of them might be 800 years old. One of them is about 800 years old. I heard a real katana has to be registered. Yes. In Japan, yes. This one is not for sale. Is modern metallurgy steel better? Yes. Yes. I would take a basic modern steel sword over an antique sword any day of the week if my life depended on it. Once again, people, this is actually a $75 sword we sell. It was actually $120 up until yesterday, but then Heaven and Earth said to reduce the price. But we're selling this one for $75, and if my life depended on it, I would take this over a Tamahagane sword. Is that a tachi rack back there, or a tachi on a Chinese sword vertical rack? That is a tachi on a Chinese vertical rack. Well, it's not. It's Chinese vertical racks are usually different. They have like this little thing that go in straight. So that's a little bit different. I was actually looking to get one to display some of my yen. How do you get a $800 sword? Spend $800, I guess. Can you compare your oldest versus newest sword? I mean, you really can't compare an antique Japanese sword to like one that was made. I have some that were made probably in the last month. Philippines, hard to say. I think we can. How many kinds of swords does he have, though? I mean, our shop has 500 different kinds of swords. Is that black and tan a good choice if it get dulled if I can take class at the shop? Ice Bear, if you're going to use it for the shop, I wouldn't use it. Or that is, if you're going to take classes, I wouldn't use it. I would get at least a Moritaka Vortex. The one thing about that particular one is that the wrap isn't tight enough for regular use. It's like fine for display, it's fine for cutting every now and then, but if you're going to use it a lot, it's not going to be great. Is 3-sword style the best fighting style? Only if you're Zoro. Literally every sword from Asian. No. Do you clean the 800-year-old sword the same? Yeah. Basically wipe it down with microfiber, add some oil. Favorite sword changes all the time. Hi from Calgary, hello. Okay, I am going to shut on down and blow my nose and vacuum up this crap that I left on the floor from the styrofoam. But I will see you guys later. There are no European swords, too. There are. Yes, we do have European swords as well. Thank you. Buy guns, swords, trash. Whatever, man. You love what you love. I love how you respond to silly comments and questions. I try. When a Japanese smith mixed Tamahagane with Meteor, is it weaker than Tamahagane? Probably. Meteor weakens everything. It just makes it look cool. We do not have a Burmese sword. Would love to carry Burmese swords if we could find them. Okay, gonna shut down. Thank you all for joining in, and we'll see you guys next time. And how come this is not shutting down on TikTok? There we go. and see you guys later here on YouTube.